Deep beneath the mountains of western Iran, dozens of ballistic missiles sit in reinforced underground storage bunkers. These facilities were designed to survive conventional strikes: concrete walls, several meters thick steel blast doors, multiple layers of earth and rock overhead. The Iranian regime believed these sites were untouchable. They were wrong. At Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, 3 B-52H Stratofortress bombers sit on the flight line with their engines running. Ground crews have spent the last 6 hours loading ordnance into the internal bomb bays and mounting additional weapons on the external wing pylons. Each aircraft carries a full load of GBU-31 JDAM guided bombs and GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrators. The MOPs are the largest conventional bombs in the American arsenal, weighing 30,000 pounds each, specifically designed to destroy deeply buried targets. Mechanics perform final checks on each bomber. They inspect the landing gear, test the hydraulic systems, and verify that all 8 Pratt & Whitney turbofan engines are operating within normal parameters. Fuel trucks top off the tanks with JP-8 kerosene. Each B-52 holds over 47,000 gallons. The external fuel quantity gauges are checked and rechecked. Every system must function perfectly for a mission of this duration and importance. In the weapons bay, ordnance technicians make their final inspections. They verify the electrical connections on each JDAM guidance kit. The GPS receivers are tested. The inertial navigation units calibrated. Each massive ordnance penetrator is secured to the rotary launcher with heavy-duty mounting brackets. The arming wires are connected, but the safety pins remain inserted. Those pins will not be removed until the aircraft is airborne and approaching the target area. The mission briefing was clear: 3 underground missile facilities in Iran. GPS coordinates confirmed. Flight path plotted. Refueling points established. The bombers would fly nonstop from the United States to Iran, strike their targets, and return. Total mission time, over 30 hours. The flight crews gather in the operations room for final mission updates. Weather along the route is reviewed. Satellite imagery of the target sites is displayed on large screens. Intelligence officers provide the latest information on Iranian air defenses. SA-20 long-range surface-to-air missile systems are active near 2 of the targets. Electronic warfare officers take notes on frequencies and locations. They will need to deploy countermeasures if the bombers are detected and targeted. The crews walk out to their aircraft carrying their flight bags. Each bag contains survival equipment, emergency rations, water purification tablets, signaling devices, and maps printed on waterproof paper. The pilots and co-pilots climb the ladder into the cockpit. The navigator, electronic warfare officer, and radar navigator take their positions in the lower compartment. Everyone straps in and begins the startup checklist. The B-52S taxi to the runway one by one. Each aircraft is over 159 feet long, with a wingspan of 185 feet. 8 turbofan engines mounted in 4 pods beneath the wings. Maximum takeoff weight with full fuel and weapons, 488,000 pounds. The first bomber rolls down the runway, gradually picks up speed, and lifts off. The second follows, then the third. They climb to cruising altitude and turn east. Over the Atlantic, the bombers maintain formation. The crews settle in for the long flight. Navigation systems track their position continuously. Communication with command remains constant but minimal. Hours pass. The bombers cross into European airspace, then continue east toward the Middle East. The crews rotate through rest periods. One pilot flies while the other rests. The navigator continuously updates the flight path based on winds aloft and weather conditions. The electronic warfare officer monitors radio frequencies, listening for any indication that the aircraft have been detected. So far, nothing. The bombers remain undetected, flying at high altitude above commercial air traffic routes. As they approach the operational area, aerial refueling tankers meet the formation. The bombers connect to the tanker's fuel boom, one at a time, take on thousands of gallons of JP-8 kerosene, disconnect, and resume their course. The refueling operation takes less than 20 minutes per aircraft. The tankers peel away and the B-52S continue alone toward Iranian airspace. Intelligence satellites have been monitoring the target sites for weeks. The facilities are active. Vehicle traffic observed, personnel movements tracked, electromagnetic signatures detected. All 3 locations confirmed as operational ballistic missile storage and launch preparation sites. The first target is located near Tabriz in northwestern Iran, a mountain complex with tunnel entrances large enough to drive trucks through. Missiles stored inside on mobile launchers, The site has multiple air defense systems positioned around the perimeter. SA-15 short-range missiles, anti-aircraft guns. Radar installations scanning the sky continuously. The lead B-52 approaches the target from high altitude. The bombardier activates the weapons systems. On his display, the target coordinates appear. The bomb bay doors open. The GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator releases from the internal rotary launcher. The bomb falls away from the aircraft, its GPS guidance system immediately taking control. Fins adjust. The weapon descends toward the mountain. The MOP strikes the surface directly above the underground facility. The hardened steel casing punches through layers of rock and concrete. The bomb penetrates deep into the mountain before detonation. When the explosive charge ignites, the force is concentrated downward and outward within the confined space of the tunnel system. The blast wave travels through the underground complex, collapsing tunnels, crushing support structures, and destroying everything inside. On the surface, a massive eruption of dust and debris shoots out of the tunnel entrances. Secondary explosions follow as stored missile fuel ignites. Flames and black smoke pour from multiple openings in the mountainside. The facility is completely destroyed. Iranian personnel stationed near the perimeter are thrown to the ground by the shockwave. Those inside the command bunker feel the floor shake. Alarms sound, communication lines go dead. The radar screens flicker and lose power when emergency generators kick in. The operators try to establish contact with the facility. No response. Only static. The second bomber continues to its target south of Tehran. Another underground complex built into a hillside with reinforced bunker doors. This site houses medium-range ballistic missiles capable of reaching targets across the region. The B-52 releases its payload from 40,000 feet. Multiple GBU-31 JDAMs fall in sequence. Each bomb is guided independently to specific aim points. The weapons hit within seconds of each other. The bunker doors are blown inward. The structure collapses. Fire and smoke billow from the wreckage. The third target is east of Isfahan, a deep underground facility carved into solid rock with only one main access tunnel. Intelligence reports indicated it housed Iran's most advanced missile systems. The third B-52 approaches and releases two massive ordnance penetrators in quick succession. Both bombs strike the same point on the mountain surface directly above the facility. The first MOP blasts through the outer layers. The second penetrates even deeper before exploding. The combined force of both detonations caves in the entire underground structure. The access tunnel collapses completely. Nothing survives. All three B-52s complete their bombing runs and turn west. They climb back to cruising altitude and begin the long flight home. The mission has been executed exactly as planned. 3 critical Iranian missile facilities destroyed in a single coordinated strike. Within hours, Iranian state media begins reporting explosions at military sites, but provides no details. The regime does not acknowledge the extent of the damage. Satellite imagery taken after the strike shows the devastation clearly. Collapsed structures, burning debris, craters. Where entrances once stood, Iran's underground missile infrastructure has been crippled. The B-52S land back at Whiteman Air Force Base after more than 30 hours in the air. Ground crews immediately begin post-flight inspections and preparation for the next mission. The aircraft are refueled, rearmed, and made ready to fly again. The message is clear. American strategic bombers can reach any target. There is no place too distant, no facility too deep, no defense strong enough to stop them.